Alright, so we all saw how the game went today. Um, we're gonna we're gonna play some Captain Tsubasa and set the record straight. God, how long this game took to load. Do it. There we go. USA, USA, USA. I can't be too loud because it's super late. But yeah, all right. In all seriousness, no, I thought today's game was really good. I think the USMT, MNT, has a lot to be proud of. Um, I think soccer, or I guess football, in the U.S. is I think starting to get a little more buzz, which I think is really cool because I've been getting really into soccer. It's a hell of a lot more interesting than baseball, that's for damn sure. And baseball's supposed to be like our sport, apparently. But anyway, that's a rant for another day. But I've really been liking soccer, and I've really been enjoying this World Cup. I think it's been a lot of fun, and the U.S. team, like I said, they have a lot to be proud of. I mean, getting to the knockout stage is something that people did not think the U.S. was going to do at all. So to not only get there, but to Netherlands is one of the best teams in the tournament right now. I heard, I'm not the smartest when it comes to soccer, but I heard people saying like they're one of the best teams that has yet to win. Like one of those statistics, like kind of how the 90s Buffalo Bills are like the best team to, or one of the best teams to never win a Super Bowl, is something that I like mentioning a lot as a Bills fan. But again, not important. But it was a fun game. Winning 3-1 is, just when you let up 2 goals in the first half, that's just something that's very hard to come back from. And then, of course, when that third goal came around, I kind of realized, like, okay, this game's over, But again, it was a valiant effort, and, it's very cool to see soccer start to take off a little bit more here in the States. And I think it's something to be very excited for, especially because in 2026, the World Cup's going to be here in North America. Split between Canada, Mexico, and of course the U.S. So that'll be really fun to see, especially just it being on home soil and everything. So that'll be a lot of fun. So I'm still, gonna watch the World Cup. I, of course, was rooting for the U.S. just kind of because I live here. But honestly, out of the 3 teams I was rooting for, the U.S. probably was the one I was least interested in, if that says anything. But I also root for Poland because I'm Polish by heritage. And then I've also been rooting for Japan just because their team is just so much fun to watch. They have a great story behind them. They're a huge underdog team, and I always love the underdogs. And their team is just a lot of fun to watch, like I said. They got a really fun squad behind them. I also just adore the country. I love the country of Japan. And yes, I'm a big fucking weeb. I love their exports, the animes, the mangas, everything, that's very popular here on this channel. But also the country as a whole, like, I love the culture, I love the history. And I just, always, want to find a reason to represent Japan, or at least support Japan. I'm not out here trying to say, like, I'm fucking, Japan's #1 ambassador, because that would be irresponsible of me to say, because that's just flat out not true. But I do support Japan. I do like them. At the very least, I like their football team, or their soccer team, whatever terminology you want to go with. Also, their kit, was, I hope I'm not mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it was created or helped designed by the creator of Blue Lock, which is fucking hilarious. Because not only is Blue Lock like one of my favorite manga right now, but I just think it's also super funny how they played Germany, was supposedly one of the best teams in the world, and a bunch of guys wearing, jerseys developed by a fucking mangaka, or like, kicked their ass essentially. I think they won that game 2-0, or maybe 2-1, something like that. But it was a fun game to watch, and I'm really hoping that they do well. They're up against Croatia in the knockout round as of time of recording this. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know a whole lot about Croatia. So, that one could go either way. Poland, unfortunately, is up against France, and, things happen. It's single elimination, and, we have a saying in American football, any given Sunday, things happen. But when it comes to playing France in the World Cup, that's just a tall task, or a tall order. They are an incredible team, and of course they won in Russia in the last World Cup, so it'll definitely be interesting to see what happens there. Uh-oh. I got those fucking mashed fingers, dude. I love this game a lot. I wish I still played it. After a while, you kind of, especially once you beat the story. I've beaten the story, the Tsubasa path, once on the PlayStation 4, and then once here on the Switch, and then I've played through the new hero mode of, I don't even know how many times, at least 2 or 3 here on the Switch, and then I think 2 or 3 on the PlayStation 4. And they've come out with new routes and everything, and a part of me does want to go and try to experience them all, but a part of me also is like, Dave, you got a whole backlog full of games. It's probably time to put this one down. And then I did come back to it for that video that I made a few months back when they came out with the freestyle mode. I played that, I think, once or twice. It was fine. It wasn't really something that I was super interested in, so I stopped playing it. But it definitely was nice to see that they still supported this game for a good while afterwards, and it still feels like they do support it still, because even when I booted it back up just now for this video, I was getting ads for stuff, so it's good. It's a good sign, I guess. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Shit. Fuck. You gotta get 2 dodges. That's the tactic. There you go. I thought I was gonna come out here and fucking destroy Netherlands because I put it on the easy baby difficulty. Because this game can be actually kind of difficult, which is another reason why I kind of took a step back from it, because it was like, I don't know if I feel like getting mad, playing video games. But also because I just haven't played it in a while, and this game, the controls can be definitely one of those difficult to learn, difficult to master type things. So I thought I'd have 8 goals by now, but I only have 1, which is very indicative of of what happened. But that's alright, as long as we win. I had thought about doing a series, because I love customizing, and this game has really great customization features when it comes to players and teams. It's a whole process to get there. Essentially customizing your character is an at least, of maybe I don't know how long the actual new hero mode would take, but it at least takes a few hours, because the whole mode, building up your character, is the customizing, which is kind of cool in theory, and not even just in theory. In practice, it's really interesting. I've never really seen a game do something like that. But it's also, it definitely makes for a long haul when it comes to that sort of thing. Oh, and that's game over. Well, at least I got vengeance for our boys in blue, the good boys in blue, not the other ones. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a series with my custom teams. a whole franchise mode at some point. That could be fun. We'll see what happens if that happens. But hope you guys enjoyed this little impromptu gameplay. I just really like this game, and I kind of wanted to get back into it, and also given what happened today, the loss to the Netherlands, I needed to hop on here and set the record straight, So hope you guys enjoyed for what that's worth, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.